I don't know when I should begin. But welcome to my gateway safari.
Yeah.
Should I go? Okay. So, be careful not to scare the wildlife, please, which is me. Because please don't scare me. Okay. Who am I? My name is Kenner Lynch, and I came to Oak Grove in 6th grade because I wasn't getting the academic support I felt I needed and didn't really fit in at my previous school. I was kind of odd, and it was a public school, and it just didn't work well. I fell in love with Oak Grove when I visited. I was a vegetarian at the time, so I thought that the school was a good match in that aspect, and I really liked the school's 6th grade teacher, Jim Bailey. I remember the day I visited his class, he played a ukulele and pretended to smash it on the ground when he was done, and I thought that was really great, so. Okay. Oh yeah, that's me. And there's also Ophina and Grace up there. Ophina's in the pink shirt and Grace is in the robe. Yeah. Grace is down there, and I'm the one that looks kind of like I'm dying. And we're talking to a buddy, and that's probably why I was scared of younger children when I was a child, so. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the art of academia and what it means to me. To me, it is the art of acquiring the skills to absorb knowledge and finding ways to work efficiently and gracefully. And my focus question is, how have I learned to overcome my perfectionism? I chose this question because I have struggled with perfectionism more than I think anything else in high school academically. I remember one time freshman year in geometry, I came across this problem, and I couldn't couldn't fully compute the surface area of a cube, this weird thing about a surface area of a cube. So I kept thinking about it for 3 hours outside of that class, from lunch, all the way through mindfulness, and I hated it. I didn't want to think about it, but I felt like I should, like I needed to, or else I was being lazy, and it wasn't good, and I kind of just tortured myself. I can say I've gotten a lot better about that now. These are screenshots from Jupiter grades. The Sparta-Athens debate essay was from freshman year, and I remember writing this essay for Will, but then about to turn it in, but saying, I don't like it, and wanting to rewrite it, and Will was like, you don't need to rewrite it, but I'm like, I need to rewrite it. So I rewrote the whole thing, and he ended up saying that he liked the first one more. And then the second screenshot is from a story I wrote in Ashton's class, I think last semester, recently this year, and I only turned in one draft, and I didn't even read over it twice. I just put it into Grammarly and then let it look for any big grammar errors. Then that was it. And I know that seems like, wow, I don't know if that's a good thing, but for me, it is, because I'd rather stay less stressed out about it and just pull myself away from something rather than get into the details of reading it over a ton of times and correcting it, when usually that's unnecessary, and adding more details can make it worse, as seen with the Sparta-Athens essay. Doing more work does not always make it better. So, yeah, and sometimes, no. I'm less afraid now to take on difficult tasks because I know I don't have to be perfect, which is another benefit of that. So yeah. Oh wait, I have pictures. There we go. Okay. The art of caring in relationships. My definition of this art includes learning to be kind, compassionate, and forming bonds with the people around you. Before this year, I had not formed that many close relationships with people at the school. I had friends, but I mostly fluttered around a lot between people I didn't feel super close to any particular group or people. And one reason for this is I didn't talk a lot, like throughout. I talk more now than I ever have before. I remember I got an F in a discussion in Will's class because I did not say a word freshman year during the entire discussion. I thought you said something, sorry. I'm less afraid to open up to others now at this point though. And while still maintaining friendships outside the seniors, I feel closer to my class than ever. This quote was taken out of okay, so you know the El Capitan camping trip. That happens at the beginning of every year. Yeah, Fina knows. I took this quote out of a reflection we did on it, and it's from this year. And it says, "This LCAP, I spent more time with my actual class than I think I ever had, and I felt that brought us together more. I think the trips are something that really help to bring people together at Oak Grove. The seniors' India trip was another great bonding experience, if not the best bonding experience I've had here. We spoke 24/7, opened up to each other about a lot of things that I wouldn't usually open up about. And we had a bunch of crazy moments, and it's brought us closer together. And those are some pictures from India. So yeah. Okay. You remember that? That's cool. Alright. My definition of the art of aesthetics is finding the beauty and value in something and learning to cultivate it. And my focus question for this art is, how have I come to enjoy the arts and theater specifically? So the arts have been a very important thing to me these last few years because I've discovered the great meaning and power they have. I think that they're a great tool for expression, but out of all the arts I have dabbled with, I've taken theater the furthest for sure. It started with me voice acting for little animated cats on YouTube, like in middle school, which was kind of weird. Like when I say it out loud, it sounds interesting. But then what really showed me what acting in theater could be was Erin's class. So when I was a sophomore, Erin was the high school theater teacher, and I decided to join it, and I absolutely loved it. Erin was extremely energetic, excitable, and very unique. Her class showed me how fun acting could be, and since I'd always been a shy person, the ability to lose myself and go wild on stage was very appealing to me. I've continued to pursue theater, and I even attended an intense acting program last summer where I really learned the impact that the arts can have on people. We'll get to that later. Here you can see a video of me with Grace performing a scene from 12th Night, which was our performance from Erin's class sophomore year. I play Viola, I think that was her name. Grace would probably remember. And she's pretending to be a guy. And yeah. You'll see it's interesting, I guess, if you can hear it.
We will draw the curtain and show you. Okay. We will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look here, sir. Take the one under the curtain. The only gun, you've got it all. 'Tisn't great, sir. Well, under winded weather. strong, sweet, and cunning head laid up. Lady,
You are
should
You might see me go wild later. I don't remember what I did.
Sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out diverse samples of my food, shall be inventoried, and every article you have put label from my will. As item 2 lists, indifferent red, item 2 gray eyes should wait for them, item 1 nest, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me? I see what you are. You are too proud. You are the devil you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love to keep on recompense. Though you're proud, but not imperial beauty. How does he love me? Adorations, virtues, with wounds that thunder love, besides a fight. Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, and noble, a courtesy, a fresh and seamlessly, and voices rosable, free, learned and valiant, and in the dimension and the shape of nature, a gracious person. But yet I cannot love him. What did I do so long ago? I did love you, my nephew slave. Respect there's nothing to that. In your love, I found no sense. I did not understand it. Why? What would you? Make me a willow cabin at your feet. I call upon my soul and tender heart. By loyal cantos of content love, and sing aloud, even in the dead of night. I'll do your name to the river hills, and make the vows and gossip of the air god. Lady Olivia, oh! You should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should change. Don't too much. Well, my fortunes, yet my state as well. I am a dentist. I'm a dentist. Dear Lord, I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless preach him. Come to me again to tell me how it is. Fare you well. I thank you for your pain. Send that for me. I am no beautiful lady. You go first. My master, not myself, last recompense. Love, and your heart of flint, I need your love. You like your lover. You like my master. Deeply and contempt. Farewell for cruelty. What is your parentage? Above my fortunes. Yet my stated well, I am gentleman. Oh, be sworn thou art, thy tongue, thy limbs, thy things, thy action and spirit. Give me 5 full blades and not your peace. What if the master were the mad? Come now, give me so quickly, man, my head's up say, you think some peasants use for fashions is invisible and subtle stealth to creep into man's eye. What homobolio? Yes, we're not that seems you sent to trip. But what do you think? We love this. I mean, I'm that's it. So yeah, in that scene, I was trying to get kicked out of the lady's house. So, what else was there? Oh yeah, let's move on. Wait, I'm in control. Never mind.
Keep on, get one more.
Okay. Okay. Lastly, I'll speak to the art of engagement. To me, this art is about being present in the moment and going forward with something even if you're afraid of it. My focus question is, how have I pushed my limits and overcome my fears? I chose this question because before recently in my life, I was a super shy kid who did not talk to anyone. Over time, I became a lot more confident and continued to push my limits. And theater has been one of my outlets in doing so. That quote right there is from my theater report card written by Erin, demonstrating how I pushed myself out of my comfort zone, saying, over the course of the second semester, she began to bloom in front of everyone by lowering her guard and being vulnerable. She transformed. It's clear that she has been comfortable with getting permission before she allows her playful and heart-centered energy to come out. She is to be commended for her bravery. It's a really nice comment. Probably one of the best messages on a report card I got. Sorry, I have a story for you that's more recent than sophomore year theater. As I stated before, last summer I attended an intense theater program. During the program, students got to sign up for an elective class including acting with masks, acting on camera, and musical theater. Having no singing experience, I chose to be part of musical theater. I thought I'd made the right choice. The musical theater teacher told everyone that if you had never sung in public before, this is the class for you. Unfortunately for me, the majority of students that joined it sounded like they had sung on Broadway all their lives. So there I would sit in class, people would go up, give some sheet music to the piano man. It's like a guy that like you just give him music and he can just play it perfectly, that kind of guy. Perform their piece one by one and get critiqued by the teacher. And I continued to just sit there for the next 3 classes. But then came the last class, the 4th one, and I decided I would do it. I didn't sign up for the class to do nothing, and even if the performance was terrible, I would have faced my fear. So I shoved my sheet music to the piano man, and I stood in front of the teacher and the class of about 15 students, and I began to sing, and I sounded like a dying goat. It was terrible, but I kept going, and then I began to cry, but I kept going. I kept singing my inconveniently upbeat song while crying. At that point, I tried to use my acting skill to pull myself together, but I couldn't pull myself together. I just started like walking around randomly and slapping my arms against my body. But I did it. I showed myself I could do it. And my teacher told me my rhythm was good. Okay, I have a video for you. And sadly, I don't have that performance. I wish I did. But I rapped a part of my middle school graduation speech. And it's really terrible, but it shows how far I've come, I think. So we can play that. Hope you enjoy it.
Oh, I can
There we go.
Oh yeah, go to 5727, I think, hopefully. 5727.
Thank everyone for all they have done. Let's try this.
Oh god.
And yeah, that's how I pushed my limits. So, for my senior project, I decided to write a short scene from a play, 2 instrumental tracks, and 1 full-length song with lyrics. My goal being to combine them all into one performance. Before I began the project, I had originally planned to assemble a bunch of musicians like Nathan and record some full-length songs together, like a bunch of them. But I ended up just using my dad's music software to digitally create a few instrumentals instead, which was hard. My full-length song is completely live though, and is made up of only piano and vocals. I chose to do this project because, of course, theater and the arts, but it's also to challenge myself by doing something I've never done before, which is write a play, a bunch of music, and sing in front of an audience other than the musical theater class, and to further explore the meaning of the arts in my life. I ran into some challenges. Like I said, the software was very difficult. My dad can attest. I experienced a bit of writer's block, but for sure the most difficult part of the project has definitely been preparing for today when I will perform it after I'm done with this. Having to memorize everything, practice it, and build up the confidence to sing has been stressful, but I'm doing it. So yeah. I've gained a lot of respect through this project for people who produce music and write their own performances. It was pretty hard to do, and my songs are not that complicated, nor is my singing long at all. So, through this whole thing, I've really solidified that I want the fine arts to be a big part of my life moving further. The main song I wrote contains some lyrics that are pretty close to me, but the project has made me realize that the things that you are most afraid to share will resonate the most with others. So I want to continue to make art that's honest, as it is a healing tool for both me and the world. So yeah. I can explain these pictures. Okay, the first one in the corner, that's the music program. It's the music program, yeah. And there's one of my instrumentals.
That's called Cubase.
It's called Cubase. Thank you. There's a bit of my script right there, Ken's theatrical experience. It's now called Ken's musical experience, though. Whatever you want to call it is fine. And then some lyrics to the main song, the only one with lyrics. Oh no, I forgot. One big aspect of my project was auditing a professional voiceover class in LA by Kathy Kalmanson, and that's a picture of Kathy Kalmanson in the front there, to further just my exploration into voice acting, to see if I'd want to pursue it, because it's part of my past, a pretty big part of my past. Anyone in the high school can say I make really weird noises at random times, and that's fun for me, so yeah. Oh wait, I keep forgetting I'm in control, I'm sorry. So moving on, I will be attending Willamette University in Salem, Oregon. Oh, I thought you were laughing at me, Pete. Yeah, Safari Man, okay. It's an hour outside of Portland. I'll be studying Chinese and Spanish, which I know, what? Yes, the arts and theater are a big part of my life, but I also really love languages and communicating with others through them. I love the sound of languages. I love a lot of things about them. And if I end up wanting to change my majors later on, I'll have whatever I end up learning from Chinese and Spanish at my disposal, and then they just change. You can do that with anything, but yeah. So I chose Willamette because, for one, it has an amazing theater program in case I do want to pursue theater more, or just want to sign up for the theater class there. It's a good place to do it. But what really sold me on the school was its tight community and its motto, its motto is "Not unto ourselves alone are we born," and I really love that motto because I love the fact, like the idea that we're all connected and live for each other. I just really love it, and I would want to go to a school with that as like its foundational belief. And it has, like I said before, it has a tight community, it has a helpful staff, which is something you find here at Oak Grove, and that's something I'd like to continue experiencing throughout my life. Yeah. Yeah. Final summary. Sorry. Okay. Oh yeah, Willem is the bear cat, so well this time. So my final summary represents my time at Oak Grove School, and above all else, I will remember all the hilarious, weird times with my peers and my teachers, and this is just one example of those moments. I'll just play it, I guess. Wait, I can't play it, never mind. One thing I can.
Night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That's why the heart does go on.
In that video, Sycamore throws a small hand that was very dear to us, named Andy, with a silent H, over the Grand Canyon. Okay, good. So yeah, that's it for my presentation. Oh wait, there's questions. I have a slide for questions. Please work, please. It's a good slide. It's one of the best ones. Oh, it's good. Okay. Does anyone have questions? All right. Let's move on.
Wait, I had a question. I know that I was so overwhelmed by this slide. What advice, Kenner, would you have to people who kind of feel that sense of uncomfortability in their own skin and feeling like shy or like they keep struggling to fit in? How would you respond to that?
I feel like there's a few things. Okay, I'll give a few things. First off, we're all super similar. I'll talk about that more later in the presentation, but people, they like when people do something that they'd be probably afraid to do, or more like, okay, wait. People are more similar than you think. So when you do something out of your comfort zone, you may feel like you're being like, oh my God, what am I doing? People are gonna judge me, but really, even if it's something wild, most people will resonate with that and grow closer to you. Also, just be really kind. This is such good advice. Kindness is like the key to forming relationships. And I know that sounds like really obvious, but if you really focus on others more than anything else, people tend to cling to that. If you're really open to people and flexible, and if you make sure they're not afraid to talk with you, without that judgment, people will open up to you more. And yeah, that's what I've learned. That's kind of how I've gotten to this point, is just being kind and just doing something crazy, and you'll find that people enjoy it. Even if it's terrible. Like what I'm about to do something. So yeah.
Any other questions before we jump in?
Graduation.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Oh, I have a question.
Okay.
Is there going to be another
I don't know.
Don't say anything, don't say anything.
So,
Do you want to say anything about this?
No. No. Nathan, prepare the keys.
We'll try out the keyboards and
Yeah, try keyboard.
Not yet.
Not yet, okay, well,
turn it on.
Good.
yeah, it's on.
ready?
No. I'll enter the door. How about that? I'll come from the door.
Should we have some light? No? You want to do it in the dark?
Yeah, when you see
Sure. Sure. The blue lights are pulsating. Oh, this door. Do I need a door? It's not. You know what? You know what?
It's on.
Executive decision, no door. Okay.
Alright, here we go, Pinner. What is that? It's a F sharp, G, F sharp, G, and E. This is trash. Sycamore needs to stop posting videos of him brushing his teeth on the group chat. Jesus! No! No! No, no, no! Not again. Not today. Not today. No ghost today. No. 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 Hey man, what's happening? What do you want? You want me? What? No? No? What do I want? I don't know, I was just busy writing a song before you... Okay, fine. Yeah, give me my phone back. Give me. Deanna? You want... Yeah, stop. Yeah, I got this, one melody, I think. It's like... Okay, so I'm gonna write this song. Okay, I want it to be honest and have a meaningful message. Okay. Let's write some lyrics. What if it's about the fact that we know nothing about the world, and for that reason we should love each other, because we don't know why we shouldn't?
talk about that a lot though, like a lot. And then again, I could be wrong. But then again, it is my song. And since we know nothing, no one else can prove me wrong. That's an idea, that's a good idea. Okay. What if it's about some problems of mine that others could relate to? I don't really have any problems at the moment though. Not ones that are significant, I think. Maybe I do have some problems. But I'd kind of be afraid to show them. I'm kind of afraid to show a lot of things about myself. I want people to like me, and I always try to be kind and open. I'm actually afraid of myself and what I'll think of me, probably more than anything else. It's a blessing and a curse. It's made me talk to others. It's made me talk to others I never thought I'd talk to. And what it's shown me is that we're all so similar and have so many of the same problems and such. Maybe it should be about loving each other. Me? What do you mean? Like something I'm afraid of? Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Stop. I can write about a problem I have with a lot of symbolism and metaphor, so people will not be able to figure it out. Fine. I'll put some clear statements in there too. What if it was about, like, a problem? What if it was about my dog? No? You know, I'm going to try something. Okay? I'm going to try something. Look out. Yeah. Hour drive to a place like nowhere. I found you. We knew each other's minds. Some weeks passed by. I saw you growing, and you cried. You're scared to sleep at night. Time flies fast. Your fear did not last, and you hurt no one, our gentle lion. I know I have a duty, and yours is to protect. You give your all, but I just can't give back. 8 years passed by. I witnessed a change. Our lion seems his spirit fades. I would you? I know I said that we could do something today. I don't know, like go to the park or something. It didn't happen. I don't know why. I just didn't do it. I'm sorry. Okay.
Does anyone have any questions about Tanner's performance? Yeah, Anna.
When does it come to iTunes?
I don't know. The tracks are actually recorded like the weird cello thing. That's recorded. This hasn't been. Well, actually, the piano has been recorded. If anyone wants this the piano.
Is this because you feel some guilt about your dog?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad. I don't do as much with him as I should.
You've been kind of busy.
Still, I could do more. I just don't. So, yeah.
He still loves you.
He does.
Alice, you have a question?
How much time did you put into this entire project?
10 days. Other than the memorizing and like getting ready to actually perform it here has gone on like rehearsals and stuff. Well, no, we've had 2 like kind of. Never mind. It's been some time over 10 days. Like 10 days was for writing the song and the performance, and I actually have there are 3 songs in total. You only heard 2 in this performance.
It's been revised.
It was revised. It originally had an interlude, but it didn't go well. We figured that out yesterday. So that track was removed.